Two NFL player props here on PrizePicks for Saturday, December 16th. We get the 3 Saturday games here. It's that time of year. NFL Saturday games here. Minnesota, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and then to close the day, we got Denver versus Detroit here. I got 2 plays that I am targeting from these 3 games here for this YouTube video. Again, before we get started, take a look in the description below. Hop into our premium Discord, $9.30 per month. It's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. We also have other premium cappers in the Discord as well. They post all their plays, research, and analysis. Overall, you guys in the Discord, super positive community. Everyone just trying to help each other cash. I also want to mention I'm not a gambling expert and this is not financial advice. These are simply the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. Again, no one's pressing submit on those parlays other than yourselves. But let's get right into it, you guys. 2 NFL player props Saturday, December 16th. Let's go. So the first one going to be one of our wagons on this channel. It's going to be TJ Hawkinson over 53.5 receiving yards. Not going to put his receptions up as of right now, at least me recording this video, but I do like TJ Hawkinson here. It's a smash spot in general, right? Justin Jefferson is going to be back, but I think that actually helps TJ Hawkinson. Like, I think Justin Jefferson being questionable, he's expected to play. I think if this does get ruled out for some reason, some weird reason, he won't. If he does somehow get ruled out here, this line will bump crazy, and Hawkinson will just be a target monster. Alexander Mattison is out as well for the Minnesota Vikings, and we saw last week, or I'm going to get into it in a second, but we see TJ Hawkinson over on Outlier. Again, there's a link in the description. You get a 7-day free trial with Outlier. This is a research betting tool that I do use every single day. Hawkinson's minus 131 on Caesars to go over 53.5 receiving yards, and you can see on the season over this line in 7 of 13 games. Okay, 7 of 13 games over this line this season. We know one of the best tight ends in all of football is who TJ Hawkinson is. We look at NFL defense versus position. Okay, the Bengals on the season allowing the most receiving yards to the tight end position, the most receptions to the tight end position, second most targets, and catch percentage, the highest catch percentage in the NFL, and then the third highest yards per throw in the NFL to, yards per target essentially to tight ends the Bengals give up, right? It's an absolute smash spot for TJ Hawkinson. We look at tight ends game log this season versus the Bengals. Just look at some of these guys. Schultz, Higbee, Kincaid, Ingram, Freiermuth, Kittle all have cleared 70-plus receiving yards against the Cincinnati Bengals. And just as of late, like we saw Will Mallory, not even sure who he is, to be honest, no disrespect, 5 targets for 5 catches, 46 yards. Shout out to him. Evan Ingram before that, 9 targets, 9 catches, 82 yards. Game before that, Pat Freiermuth. We haven't heard from this guy all year. 11 targets, 9 catches for 120 yards. Right, so it's just a smash spot for Hawkinson. If we go to last week, right, we know Nick Mullins is going to be the quarterback. Okay, this is when Nick Mullins comes in the game, late in the third quarter. This is. I'm just taking this in. This is Nick Mullins' drives. I think he had 3 total drives with the Vikings last week. He's starting this week, by the way. Comes in, pass middle to Hawkinson, 26 yards, 1 target to Hawkinson. Right, come down here, another target to Hawkinson, 2 targets. Come down here, another target to Hawkinson, 3 targets. Come down here, another target to Hawkinson, 4 targets. So with Nick Mullins as his quarterback last week, Hawkinson had 1 target, 10 catches, 10 yards, 16 yards. Right here, another catch, 6 yards. Another catch for 3 yards, 19 yards. And then they start off, he had 26 yards. Okay, so we're talking about TJ Hawkinson almost clearing this line in 2 drives with Nick Mullins last week. Now he gets the best possible matchup this week in all of football. I like TJ Hawkinson over 53.5 receiving yards, regardless if Jefferson plays or not. Second play here is going to be one that we've taken before on the channel, and one I'm going back to here, just a little bit of a buy low. It's going to be Jameson Williams over 18.5 receiving yards here at home against the Denver Broncos. Now we take a look over his last 2, he's gone under this line. But before that, 18, 44, and 51. Jameson Williams, the explosive player that he is, he can hit this in 1 single catch, you guys. Currently on Outlier, on every single book, he's listed at 19.5. Okay, so we get a little 1 yard discount here on PrizePicks. He was actually at 20.5 at some point earlier in the week, or yesterday or the day before. So we get him at a 1 yard discount from what he is on the books here on PrizePicks. And we look at Jameson Williams, right, and the snap counts, the routes run continuing to be there, right, to be there for him. And the Lions have had some weird games, and I definitely think this is a game they're trying to get right. But in these games at home, right, Chicago and Green Bay, since his kind of snaps have been increased, right, he sees 2 catches for 44 yards and 2 catches for 51 yards. 24 routes run and 30 routes run. The at home, you guys, is a super key factor. As we know, even dating back to last season, Jared Goff plays so much better at home. The Lions offense just in general plays so much better at home. So them being at home, I think, is a very strong indicator that they're going to look to, feed Jameson Williams. We see Josh Reynolds. Let's look at his notes here. He's questionable. Not sure if he's going to end up playing or not. I think, even if he does play, I still like this play regardless. For Jameson Williams, we look at his snap counts. Snap counts have been solid. 52, 65, 63, 57, and 58% of snaps. We look at wide receivers. Look at how many wide receivers have hit the over on this versus the Broncos, right? Like, in one catch specifically, like Wicks had one catch for 17 yards. St. Brown, one catch for 21 yards. Shakir, one catch for 24 yards. So if we take a look over on Outlier as well, for a player like Jameson Williams, if we come up here, over 1.5 receptions, he's minus 200, you guys. Minus 200 over 1.5 receptions. I think this is just a great buy low opportunity for a player like him who's just super explosive. Dating back earlier in the season, we know how dominant wide receivers were against the Broncos. They've already obviously shored up their defense as of late, but a home game, I like Jameson Williams over 18.5 receiving yards. Here are the 2 plays for this YouTube video. Drop a like on this video, you guys. Hit the subscribe button. And as always, let's cash.